Introducing your Raleigh starting lineup. At shooting guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 4, Frank Jackson. Man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 50, Emeka Okafor. Starting at power forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 13, Cheick Diallo. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 21, Darius Miller. The other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 15, Andrew Harrison. Your home team head coach is Alan Gentry. Let's hear it for your Raleigh starters.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Omaha and Raleigh. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Omaha right now, they've got Jones. Adams is out there with Morris. And there's Davis. And it's Gilmore in at the small forward. Now here's Davis. Rebounded by Jackson. And here we go with Miller running up the court from outside the arc. And the three ball is good. Cole's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Raleigh. Adams, the pass to Gilmore. He kicks it to Davis. Omaha moving the ball around. Pass to Adams. Back to Jones. Now Adams. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we have... Love it, love it.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Cole. Makes it off the glass. Cole's got 5.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Takes the 13-footer. That misses off the backboard.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
And it's Emeka Okafor with the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside, Davis. On the wing, Morris. 5 on the clock. Over Jackson. Morris, no good. For Raleigh, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Jackson misses. And it's Davis with the ball for Omaha. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Morris outside. Back to Jones. And it's Davis at the elbow. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Raleigh. Wood, he's checked in for Okafor. Williams comes in for Darius Miller. Bertanis, he's checked in for Jackson. And Walters checks in for Cole. Free throw good, Davis. So timeout called here, the first for Raleigh.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Well, you look at Davis, one of the game's best, second in the league.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And Walters kicks to Williams. To the inside. Got a piece of it. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes to Davis. That shot off, and it's Raleigh taking it the other way. This, their first chance to take a look at Omaha this season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
So you know that every game these two teams play will be an exciting one.
6 to shoot. Bertans inside the line. Here's Diallo, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Raleigh shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
One shot.
For Omaha, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Maggette the pass to Gilmore. Back to Maggette. Omaha moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Spellman, and again, no good by Omaha.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Here's Walters, covered by Maggette. Pass to Bertans. Raleigh needs to get off a shot. For 3. Walters, no good. Davis with it. Here's Gilmore. Back to Davis. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Omaha?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, you know, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
And here is Omaha now. So for Omaha right now, they've got Barber, and it's Poitras in at the 4 slot. Here's Barber, guarded by Crawford. To the left side wing. Here's Poitras. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Crawford. Here's Wood. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Woods got the lead up to 3 now for Raleigh.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
It's stolen. Here's Walters, covered by Maggette. Walters passes to Wood, uses both hands to slam it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
Poitras kicks to Maggette. Lock at 6. Spellman guarded by Crawford. It's hauled in by Diallo. Raleigh leading by 5. Williams looking over the floor to the inside. Kicks it out to Crawford. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night. Well, Steve, talk about leadership. Some guys are extremely vocal. Name some guys that prefer to lead by example, that aren't all talk, but watch what I do.
Yeah, I think it comes out, I would say the first in mind because he's never vocal is Kawhi Leonard. Obviously his play, he leads by example. I think Anthony Davis is another guy that stands out for me. I even look at Kevin Durant. I don't see him as a vocal leader, but I think his game and the way he leads his teams by example is one of those guys that can be leaders, but they can be leaders without being extremely vocal.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Omaha.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
And a new group getting ready for Raleigh. Okafor is checked in for Diallo. Miller comes in for Williams. Jackson, he's checked in for Jordan Crawford. And Cole subbed in for Walters. Jones kicks to Adams. Gets the 14-footer to fall. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. There's the 3. Cans it from downtown. Cole's got 8 points.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Gilmore passes to Morris. Inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Here's Jackson. Omaha with the rebound. Here's Gilmore. Omaha moving the ball around.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And it's Miller penetrating. Buries it down low. And Raleigh leads by 8.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
32 seconds left in the second quarter. Humphries kicks to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. Jones for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Outside Jackson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's a 10-point Raleigh lead. Morris against Jackson. Morris inside. Here's Humphries. And so it's the home team with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at Raleigh. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Omaha trails by 10. Okafor out there with Diallo. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Miller, and it's Cole in at the point. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Adams' shot is good.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Miller outside. Softly drops in the floater. Miller's got his second basket.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
And Adams kicks to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Raleigh with the... Diallo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Miller, that's for 2. And that one hits back iron.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And Morris throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Cole's shot is good.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
A minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Gilmore, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steve, now that you've had a little time away from the game as a player, what are some of the things you notice now that maybe you didn't notice when you were playing before?
Well, I think right now the emphasis on nutrition. Kevin, I did not take that serious. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted to.
2 shots.
And I think also right now I look and love what is going on technology-wise as far as guys being able to use technology to help their game and to enhance their game.
The first one falls. Bertanis, he's checked in for Jackson. And so he makes both from the line. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Miller outside. The pass to Diallo. Here's Cole. Diallo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to Barber. Here's Poitras. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Poitras has got his first points of the night.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And here's Miller. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
That free throw good from Miller. Nate Walters checked in for Raleigh. Omaha making a switch here. Both free throws good for Miller. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Kevin, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Bertines passes to Diallo. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Diallo's got 9.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Right side Davis. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Excellent D there from Okafor. Diallo kicks to Walters. Poked loose. Here we go, all alone. Count that one, and the Raleigh lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Maggette.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's Miller. Lays it up off the glass. Miller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Davis dishes to Maggette. Back to Davis. Okafor with the steal.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got. I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Raleigh shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Some changes for Raleigh. Williams, he's checked in for Sheck. Diallo. Jordan Crawford comes in for Bertines, and it's Jackson in for Walters. That free throw good from Miller. There's 31 seconds left in the third. And Adams kicks to Jones. Back to Adams. Dishes to Jones. Here's Morris. 5 to shoot. Nice D from Crawford. Looks for Miller. Gets it to him. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Raleigh on top. They lead by 14. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Omaha right now, Adams is out there with Morris. Then it's Jones. And it's Poitras in at the 3.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Now the feed to Morris. Adams trying to free himself up. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Jackson kicks to Miller. From the arc. Shot clock reset for Raleigh, and Okafor slams it in.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Crawford's shot is good.
And the D had no answer for that move. Beautifully done. Easy layup.
Omaha calls timeout.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Some changes for Raleigh. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Williams. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Jordan Crawford. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it to Jones. A baseline J. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Raleigh. Passes it to Cole. Here's Diallo. Back to Cole. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Miller. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Omaha trails by 18. And Adams kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Jones to the right side. Omaha moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morris, and it's Omaha with another.
The defense has to be better. When he gets those looks, he usually knocks them down with ease, like he did there.
Jackson against Morris. Jackson finds Cole, and then Okafor slams it in.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Morris, no good. Raleigh leading by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Raleigh.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. Jones from outside. Raleigh with a rebound. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Miller. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Miller's got 13 points here in the second half alone. For Omaha, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Jones. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He couldn't have played it better. There was just enough room to get the shot off.
Now, here is Miller. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Adams, the pass to Gilmore. With the floater, and it's good on the layup.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
Here's Cole. And so it's Raleigh winning this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.